Hello students of 7th standard. We have started the lesson that is nothing but lesson number 2 from your textbook, that is plant structure and function. Before going to this point, that we have studied yesterday 3 activities. Now we are going to study the 4th activity in your textbook. What you have to do, see here, you have to take some water in an jar and you want to put a, you can say, plantlet into that, or you can say a plant into that jar, and you want to put a little oil also in that. You have to keep this jar for few days and then you have to observe this jar. You will see that the water level whichever was present at first, at the beginning, that water level slowly goes down and the height of the, you can say, your plant has been increased. This you see. By this we can conclude that root absorbs the water and gives, transfer it to the, you can say, whole parts of the plants, due to which the length or the height of the plant is, you can say, becoming more and more. Then next, do you know or use your brain power? In that what it is given, see, if the banyan tree, or you can say the tamarind tree, or any another tree, if it has the fibrous root, then what would have happened? Then these trees are having a very strong stem. Therefore, if they have a fibrous root, it is not only, it is not, you can say, enough for these plants. So they need some, you can say, some roots which are, you can say, supporting them, or you can say giving them support. So that are nothing but the prop roots. These are nothing but the prop roots. So therefore the fibrous root are not only enough for this case. Now suppose what happens if the root tip is injured. The root tip, if the root tip is injured, then the growth of the tree is not possible, because the growing tip is nothing but the root tip in the case of the plants. Then see the fenugreek, spinach and onion plants. These are having the fibrous roots. They are having a very thread-like, you can say, structures, thread-like root structures in their body. The next point that we are going to see, that is nothing but, do you know? What does this tells us? See here, roots emerging from the trunk and branches of a banyan tree grow towards the soil. Now whenever you see a particular big trees that are nothing but the tamarind trees, or you can say mango trees, banyan trees, they are having the roots in the soil also, and you can say above the soil also. They are having the roots to the stems also, and to the, in the, you can say, in the soil also. Then see, what does this tells us? Roots emerging from the trunk, that means from the stem portion. If you see that the roots are emerging from the stem portion, then what happens? These are nothing but the branches of the banyan tree. They are growing, but they are growing towards the soil. These roots are called as a prop roots. What are they called? They are called as a prop roots. In Marathi we call it as a parambhya. Then see, what could be the use of these prop roots? Why these prop roots are there? Because here, in the beginning, these banyan trees are having very little, or you can say very few prop roots, but later as it grows big and big, it will have more prop roots, and the number goes on increases so much that it appears like a forest, you can say. If the number of prop roots of the tree, particular tree, has been increased, then it appears like a small, you can say, forest. In Kolkata, 250 years old banyan tree is present in Indian botanical garden which covers a large area. It is supported by thousands of prop roots. Whenever you go to Calcutta, you see this tree. This tree is nothing but 250 years old and it is present in the Indian botanical garden and which covers a very large area of that garden and it is supported by thousands of the prop roots. The next point is stem. See here, I have drawn here one, you can say, branch of a, you can say, any plant. See here what it is having. It is having its growing end at the tip. It is having a growing end. It is having a leaf. Then it is having a bud. Then here there are nothing but the nodes. Then between these two nodes there is a internode. Now what does this stem tells us? We are going to see, or what is the description about the stem. See here, the stem grows above the soil. Now any plant stem, if we consider, plant is having the following parts. What are the parts? The parts are nothing but root, stem, flower, leaves, fruits. These are nothing but the parts of the plant. Now the part which grows below the soil is called as a root and the part which grows above the soil is called as a stem. Now see here, the stem grows above the soil. What does this tell us? That stem is a part of a plant which grows above the soil. From the plumule, now we have seen how we can get the radical and plumule. That when we sow the seeds of any plant, what does it happens? If we soak it in the water and if we keep it in a jar with a crumble of papers and if we keep it for 2 to 3 days, there you can say branches arise from that, you can say, or parts arise from that seeds. The part which is going downside into the soil, that is nothing but the radical, and the part which is going up above the soil, that is nothing but the plumule. Now plumule acts as a, after you can say maturation of the seed, what happens? The plumule acts as a stem and the radical acts as a root. These are nothing but the parts we have seen in our last lecture. Now what does this tells us here? The stem grows above the soil from the plumule. Now it is, plumule is a part which grows above the soil. We know that. Now where the plumule grows, it grows in a sprouting seed. Whenever the seed is sprouting, that means ज्या वेळेला एखाद्या सीडला मोड येत असतात त्यावेळेला त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला रॅडिकल आणि प्ल्युमिले हा दिसत असतो. Then see, as the sprout grows, the length of the stem gradually increases too. Now whenever the sprout is growing means what here? Actually the seed is sprouting. Whenever we are soaking it and whenever we are keeping it in an airtight jar for 1 to 2 days, then what happens? There will be sprouting seen in that seeds. Now this sprouting grows in the length. Now whenever it grows in the length, at that time only the stem will also increase in size. There are nodes on the stem. See here, these are nothing but the nodes on the stem. Then see, leaves come out at the nodes. Here you can see the leaf or the leaves are coming from the node. Then see, the part of the stem between two nodes is called as an internode. That means the part between these two nodes, or you can say between these two nodes, is called as a internode. Then see, a tip or the apical end of the stem is called as a bud. This tip is also called as a growing end of the stem, and it is also called as a bud of the, you can say, stem. In this lecture, today's lecture, we have seen what is the prop roots. The prop roots are grown to the, you can say, banyan tree or tamarind tree or mango tree, and these props are useful for support. As the tree is in an earlier stage, the props are little, but in the, you can say, when in the later stage, the props become more and it becomes like a forest like this we have studied. That we have also studied in this lecture that 250 years old a banyan tree is present in an Indian botanical garden in Kolkata. That also we have studied. It has occupied most of the area and there are very long prop roots. That also we have seen. We have also seen in this lecture stem. Stem is nothing but a, you can see a type of a, it is nothing but a part of a plant where it has nodes, it has leaves, it has internode and it has growing tip. This we have seen in this lecture. The further points we will see in the next lecture.